Now I go back up. I have my razor and cutter here. And I make my cut on the top. Now I can't get all the way into the corner, so I cut as far as I can go to make it straight. Then I pull it back like so, and I make a cut with my scissors. Then I push it back in. Now, because there was a lot of excess on the top and not much on the bottom, I'm going to take my ladder, turn it around. I'm going to put my straight edge into the corner, and I'm going to cut off all this excess that's in this corner now. Okay, so that's pretty it right there. Okay, now, here we go. Don't want to be slipping on these pieces. I pick them up, and I put them into the lid. I get my next piece of paper. This is the other half of the piece that we just did. Now I'm going to go up, and I want to take my level with me. And this is why I prefer using a level, because it's hard to take a plumb bob with you. Okay, so I go up, I go into the corner, and I match the pattern again, just as I did on the seam. Though I don't have a seam to match here, it has to match over on this side. Now, because corners, especially on old walls like these are never straight, you have to bring it over a little bit. But you can see, you can make it very nice and not obvious that it's overlapping the other piece of paper, and it's not obvious. What is very important though is that this piece is level. So you take your level and you make sure, excellent, right in between. And you want to keep it level. So you come down just as you did before, and you open it up and you fit the rest of it. Now, my level again, and I level the bottom to make sure the bottom is level. Okay, it needs to come out just a hair. But raise it up a little bit, and let it come out a little bit, and then I put it back in. Excellent. Bring it all the way down, smooth it back out again. Now what do I need to do? Well, I need to trim it. So I trim it, and while I'm trimming it, I take the sponge with me so I can trim and wash the paper down at the same time. So I get up here, start at the corner, go no further than the straight edge, and then when I can't get into the corner, I take out my scissors and I snip off that top piece very cleanly so that, and then I take my smoother again, very lightly, smooth it down, feeling with my hands that there's no air, making sure that this seam right here is very nice. I got it halfway smoothed down. I come up and I wash that half and I wash into the corner. Okay. I made a mistake last time. I forgot to trim this part over here, but it's okay. We'll get it this time. Trimming can be done one strip at a time, 2 strips, sometimes even 3 strips before you trim them all at once. Sometimes it's just easier to trim 3 of them than it is to trim 1 at a time. It makes it go a little faster. But of course we're not thinking about that. We're thinking about just making the job look nice, and because we're not professional with it, we're doing 1 strip at a time because that's the way that we can spend the greater amount of our attention doing it the proper way. Now, smooth it down with my smoother. Again, even though I've done it before, smooth it down. Sometimes that pushes a little bit of paste out at the bottom. And then I take it and I wash it down.